Today I'm gonna make a fall harvest cake cootery board. Holidays are coming, and to me, this is the perfect cake cootery board. It's just like a sweet buffet, and everyone can indulge and take as little or as much as they want. How fall harvesty do I look?
You look like a pumpkin.
Do I look like I was harvested from an orchard? I actually prepped everything I need for this board yesterday, and I'm gonna take you back in a journey in time. I decided that I want to make some ginger snaps for the cake cootery board. It's one of my favorite flavors. Ask anyone, I drink ginger shots every single day that I make myself. So let's make ginger snaps. I'm gonna put the recipe in the description below, but the first thing you need to do is mix your dry ingredients. So we have flour, all-purpose flour. I'm gonna talk like a host. Baking soda, ground ginger, and then salt. So we can just whisk it all together.
The episode, you should just call them ginger.
Ginger. I like this. Is there like a horror film called Gingersnap?
No.
Is there a movie called Gingersnap? Yeah, Shuji's like, there isn't, because I would have watched it, so the answer is no. So now what we can do is start to make the batter. I have unsalted butter, granulated sugar, vanilla, and molasses. So we only had a little bit of molasses left. You should have seen what I did to get it out of the bottle. So we're gonna put the butter in the bowl, sugar, vanilla, molasses. Look at this stuff, look at it. I'm going to just crack my egg so it's ready to go. Okay, and now I'm going to cream the butter, sugar, molasses, and vanilla. So now I'm going to add the egg. So because there's so much liquid in this butter and sugar mixture, it's not gonna get as light and fluffy as normal butter and sugar would, because the molasses is liquidy and it's heavy and it's sticky, but as long as it's well mixed together, you're good to go. Now I'm gonna start to add the dry ingredients. Get out of here, stand mixer. Oh no, I got it on my shirt. My ginger snap dough is nice and chilled.
I thought we agreed that you're gonna call them ginger.
Oh, my ginger dough is chilled. And now I'm going to scoop balls of the dough and roll them in some granulated sugar. This is why it's important to chill the dough. If you remember, before I chilled it, the dough was a lot softer, so you'd never be able to portion it this neatly and then roll it in the sugar. I'm gonna flatten these cookies a little bit. You can use a glass at home if it's just, or a bowl. As long as it has a flat bottom, I'm using a tiny cake pan. Oh, they're so cuties! Guys, they're just so cute. And so, you look like a little boo-boo. I just told a cookie it looked like a little boo-boo. Oh, and of course, the sample cookies, very important. I'm doing an air flattening.
Wait, let's not switch one and just see what happens.
Okay, I love this. Do you see us with our baking experiments? Now I'm going to make my spiced nuts from my fall harvest cake. I love this recipe. I actually like these to just put out in a bowl at a party because they're delicious. So they're gonna be really great on this cake cootery board. And they're simple. You just need butter, dark brown sugar, walnuts, and cinnamon, butter. That was like a puck. Okay, so see it? See it frothing? So now we're going to add our walnuts. Wait a minute, did you measure the walnuts? No.
No?
No?
No, you put them in the bowl.
I know, but I just realized. There's too many walnuts. How many walnuts are in? I put like 3 times the amount of walnuts. Yes, because they're not coated. Okay, listen. So I'm just doing it again. I'm adding more butter, more brown sugar pucks, I pulled the nuts out, but they're gonna go back in sizzling. Now there's gonna be cinnamon in the air. Okay, ding. Spicy. But you know what I'm saying? You could just have these at home as a snack.
So good.
You don't need to put them on a cake or a charcuterie. Well, yes. Here we go. Baking for 10 minutes. So for my fall harvest charcuterie, I also want to, of course, have carrot cake because that's the star of the show. So I have a square, 8-inch square carrot cake in this pan. I'm not gonna be able to resist eating the scraps. Okay, so I'm gonna simple syrup this, but just lightly. Okay, so now I'm gonna ice the top of this cake with some maple caramel buttercream. Okay, come with me, cake, and let's chill. The Gingersnap cookies. What I've decided is I'm going to turn 2 dozen of them into a dozen little cookie sandwiches and sandwich them with maple caramel buttercream. And I'm gonna dip or half dip the remaining dozen ginger snaps into some gingerbread compound chocolate. So they'll both be indulgent, but in different ways. Variety, that's what charcuterie boards are about. And I will say, depending on the time of year, it's not really happening to me now, but you might want to just chill these for a moment, just to let the buttercream set before you add it to your charcuterie. Okay, as promised with the remaining dozen ginger snaps, I have some melted gingerbread flavored compound chocolate. So what I'm going to do is half dip the ginger snaps. And then you can shake off the excess. I gotta shake it up. See what I did there? Oh yes, I like you. Okay, gold. You know what I mean? I don't want to overdo it. It's just a subtle accessory. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's go set. Hee-hee. Okay, I'm going to cut this cake into little cake squares. So I'm just gonna do a little simple, this is just something to hold up the garnish. Okay, today's the day. The final element that I'm adding to my fall harvest charcuterie board is some sauteed ginger peaches. I love this recipe. I put it inside my fall harvest cake in layer up. However, I love these peaches. I would put them on a cheesecake. I would put them warm on ice cream or on a fall harvest charcuterie board. I still want to say charcuterie board. And then you need some brown sugar, unsalted butter, and ginger. I love ginger. So to saute these peaches, you just want to turn your pan on, turn the heat on under your pan, let it heat up, and then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar to the pan. Let that melt a little bit, and then throw in some ginger, and then we're gonna lay the peaches in. And you don't wanna overcook them. We're just gonna saute them lightly so they soften and they caramelize, but they're not gonna become mush. I'm gonna turn down the heat a bit, and then I'm gonna start to lay in my peaches. So I wanna make sure that I fry both sides of the peach, or saute both sides of the peach. You wanna be careful with the heat because there's a lot of sugar in here, and sugar obviously can burn. This is when I miss cooking on gas. Because when you turn down the heat, it goes down immediately. With a burner, you need to be careful. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. Okay. There is just so much goodness going on this board. I can't wait to assemble this. Look at this board. This is a board. All aboard! You're not gonna do like a choo-choo? All right. It's like I'm just having fun as I go. I can improvise, I can change my mind, I can switch it up. I love candied ginger. It's okay to put store-bought things on your board. Do as little or as much baking as you want to do. You can keep the extra to refill the board as people eat. It's time. Okay, I'm gonna help myself. Okay guys, thanks for joining me. I'm gonna go lay down on the couch. There's a couch just in that other room that you guys don't see. Helena, can you bring me the board, put it on the laptop table? This is the life, guys. This is the life, and I'll see you next week.